Well, Gabriel Magalhães injury blow confirmed. How did he get injured? In the game of Senegal versus Brazil, that's where the lad went ahead, obviously get an injury. And that is Gabriel Magalhães for you. And he will come here onto the Rokani Media Football to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Gabriel Magalhães is one of those players that have been consistent at the club of Arsenal, and they've gone ahead to score big goals for the club of Arsenal. And however much he has gone ahead to look on well, but I have my reservations on him. I really personally thought that Jakub Kivio would have gone ahead to do a better job, because he came in through at a time at Arsenal when Arsenal has obviously gone ahead to elevate its dreams, but they never get it. He was not given time to settle in. But if at all you see what he's doing at FC Porto, you really understand that he's a very good player. The player Gabriel Magalhães went ahead to get injured, and he really went. Others say it's a hip injury, others say it's an abductor injury in there. And let's see what we had to first get in here. And it was all about Gabriel Magalhães was forced off tonight. That was on the 15th of November versus Senegal. He didn't look comfortable walking off the pitch. You understand? So that is it. Now, this is going to be something annoying from the people of Arsenal. And it was brought to us by Sky Sports that on the 14th, when Brazil was doing their final training session at the Emirates Stadium before the game, Gabriel Magalhães did his warm-up separately from the rest of the group because they were trying to manage his load. So that means they had anticipated that something was really wrong with him. And the player himself was like, I can't go. And Ancelotti was like, I want to form a partnership of Gabriel Magalhães that will see him really do the needful in the World Cup. He's one of the most vibrant players for Brazil right now. And you obviously understand that all is really gonna look on as planned. You understand? So at that particular time, Brazil really went ahead to obviously play. And when they really played, they really found themselves in a position of really seeing the lad really walk off the field of play. Brazil won this game of football by 2-0. So the manager of Brazil went ahead to obviously start the lad, and the lad went ahead to obviously get an injury. And I think this will piss off very many Arsenal fans. No sooner they learn about it, because Magalhães got injured after Ricardo Carafiori also got really injured in there. So it is really one of those moments that you have to look at and really say, oh my God. That's all about Gabriel Magalhães in there for you. And he really trained separately, but the next day he was given a game. Now, talking of the type of injury that Gabriel Magalhães has, we've been told by David DN, he's one of those people that really bring us some news from Arsenal. Understand that Gabriel Magalhães has suffered an abductor injury following scans and is now a major doubt for the North London derby. Arsenal are fuming with Brazil. They were crystal clear about Gabriel's load management, yet he was played right up to the 64th minute, exactly when he got injured. This after drawing 3 fouls versus Senegal, joint most for Brazil, and having the highest total foul involvement. A heavy workload for a CB, for the centre-back was meant to be protected. For context, the most fouls Gabriel has drawn for Arsenal this season is 2, and that was in our opening Premier League game versus Man United in August. So, Gabriel Magalhães was overloaded. He was not expected to play beyond, I think, the 60th minute. I think that's what Arsenal had obviously gone ahead to do. But to me, I think all those excuses, I've gone ahead to see Gabriel Magalhães play 90 minutes at the club of Arsenal. Why is it that when it reaches for the Brazilian national team, they want him to play 60, that Arsenal is playing 90. You know, what if it was the World Cup qualifier? So I think this management of Gabriel Magalhães went wrong at the start, I think, at Arsenal. You know, I've gone ahead to see William Saliba really subbed off most of the times and rested. But Gabriel Magalhães is rarely rested. But let's not really worry a lot. For everyone who supports Arsenal, no reason to worry because you really do have very many options. Now, the Brazilian manager has the following to say on the lad and the injury. He says, Brazil manager Carlo Ancelotti under fire after Gabriel Magalhães sustained an abductor injury while international duty, despite Arsenal having communicated concerns over the defender's workload. He said, bad? I don't know. He had a problem with his adductor. The medical staff have to check him tomorrow. We are really sorry for this. Really disappointed when players have an injury. I hope they can recover well and soon. So, I think it was meant to be. Even if he never got an injury, when they're really playing against this side, tomorrow Brazil is playing Tunisia. You anticipate the same things obviously happen in there. So, for the club of Arsenal, I think no reason to worry. Why am I saying that there is no reason to worry? As Arsenal has really gone ahead to obviously get in very many players that can obviously do the needful in that position. You know, left-sided centre-backs, they're really having Ricardo Carafiori. They do have Mosquera. Saliba can play there. They also have a player known as Hincapi. That is it. And if you saw what Mosquera really did, you know, for the Arsenal side, they can partner well with William Saliba, and I think they can get the job done and dusted at the new London Stadium. That's where the North London Derby is obviously going to be happening this weekend. So they really have a lot. Benjamin White came in through as a centre-back. You all understand that very well. So they really have very many options as a club of Arsenal. Even Declan Rice can come in through and play as a centre-back. For me, the worry of Arsenal fans should be how many of the forwards will obviously be available this weekend. Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Odegaard, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, Victor Gyökeres. 6 forward players, all injured. How many is Arsenal going to be having in the North London Derby? After that, they play Bayern Munich. They have to play against a team known as Chelsea. You understand? So I want to let you know that it is really one of those moments that you have to look at and really understand that it's better. They really got like 2 or 3 forwards back, as if they're having those, even if Gabriel Magalhães or Carafiori is really injured, they can obviously find means of really putting out that defense, and it can really be watertight as it has always been. I've gone ahead to see people indicate that a lot is really happening in the defense of Arsenal. Gabriel Magalhães is there, but I think Mosquera can do the job, and so on and so forth. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions in the comment section below about Gabriel Magalhães' injury blow. What are your thoughts about the injury, and what do you think about the replacement to come in through and obviously do the job? We need to hear from Mikel Arteta. That is on Friday in the pre-match press conference for this particular encounter, and see what he'll tell us about Gabriel Magalhães and for how long he'll be really out for. But I know by Wednesday we will be having the real time he's obviously going to be spending out as a player for the side of Arsenal in there. But it's a big miss because he's good defensively and is also good offensively, especially into those L duels when they're really having set pieces in there for the club of Arsenal. So, quick recovery to Gabriel Magalhães, but Arsenal fans are really waiting to see who is obviously going to be back into the mix. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. This is the Rokani Media Football. First video of the day has loaded, And we are waiting for your reactions in the comment section below, and continue to subscribe because you know the number that we want to hit, that is 28,000.